Hello, everybody. My name is Walter Schöndaler. I'm giving a lecture on trends in international management. I've been working in international management for 35, 36 years. In the meantime, I'm 67 and I'm grandfather and I'm retired, but I'm still giving lectures in 3 different universities on strategic management, marketing, sales, international sales, and sustainability management. When we start an analysis, we should do a so-called PESTEL analysis. PESTEL is an acronym for 6 strategic elements of macro environment. And these 6 strategic elements consist of political, economical, social, technological, environmental, and legal issues, elements. And if one or more of these macro elements change, the strategy of the company has to adapt. The COVID-19 crisis changed all parameters since March 2020. So this is now 2 years, and it has changed all parameters. So what that means is, for a small and middle-sized company, it has to be adapted to this change. The environmental conditions today are extremely uncertain and volatile. You must plan today under great uncertainty because everything can change on short notice, practically overnight. As you can see on this slide, I have listed 30 trends, approximately 30. In fact, there are many more, but we can't discuss it right now because of time restraints. So our time is limited here for the lecture. So we will have 30 minutes of my presentation and 15 minutes of question and answers. So we focus on the middle of these trends. So starting with asset management companies, going down to inflation, and then we will also discuss the impact about climate change down to price increase of raw materials, and of course we will also talk about the impact of the lockdowns and the corona crisis on particularly the economy of small and medium enterprises in Austria. Because SMEs, small and medium enterprises, are the engine of the European economy. It's kind of a backbone in Austria too. And these small and middle-sized economy, they drive job creation and economic growth, and they ensure social stability. And in the European Union, more than 20 million small and middle-sized enterprises provided approximately 90 million jobs. So also in Austria, small and middle-sized enterprises are very, very important and crucial. They employ last year before the corona crisis, this was 2019, 2.1 million people, and 67%, this is approximately 2/3 of the employment, has been achieved by small and middle-sized companies. And what you can see is now the study of the ministry. This study concerned the report about small and middle-sized companies during 2020. And what you can see The lockdowns mainly harmed the small and medium-sized enterprises and severely harmed that. You can see the value created from 2009, this is after the finance crisis, it increased more or less in a linear development. And until 2019, and it significantly dropped in 2020. Also, the sales revenues dropped dramatically. The number of companies also dropped. The number of employees dropped. And the investments also dropped severely. Of course, because the lockdowns created an insecure environmental situation. As I said, if you do this analysis of political, economical, social, technological, ecological, and legal points or legal elements of the environment, then you find out that as an entrepreneur, it's going to be very, very tough. So this chart shows us that the lockdowns mainly harmed small and medium-sized enterprises, in particular the service area. No surprise, of course, is the area where, or the region or the sector where most of the small and medium-sized companies are operating. Then you have a special analysis for hotel and catering. The catering sector, including the tourism, was hit severely. So they lost almost 1/4 of their turnover and 1/5 of their employees. Can you imagine this? So it's really a catastrophe what happened to the Austrian industry, especially the small and medium-sized companies. Production lost 10.9%, trade 6.0%, freelancers and technical services. These are the companies which have only one employee, which is the owner, minus 5.7%. Yeah. Traffic, of course, minus 15% because of the lockdowns, and other services minus 6.8%. So on the other hand, of course, there have been some companies which were doing very well during the lockdowns and during the COVID crisis. Amazon reported that its full year 2021 net sales grew by 20% to $470 billion compared with $386 billion. So their growth was more than 1/5 within 1 year. And $470 billion is more than the gross national product of the Republic of Austria. Well, what we are experiencing now is the fourth industrial revolution, as they call it, from the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum is not a bowling club, but it is, in contrary, one of the most powerful think tanks of the world, consisting of people who are chief executive officers of big companies, global market leaders, of media chiefs, of the top management of politics, and of course non-governmental organizations. So this is the World Economic Forum, and the World Economic Forum has a website called, you can look on it because it's very important, and they are very, very powerful organization. You can look on it under www.vforum, so weforum.org for organization. So you can see that they are promoting this Industry 4.0, and it consists of all these things which we have outlined in the second chart, which is digital culture, social credit system. Yeah, social credit system, just to explain, is a mean to assign a rating value to individuals based on their compliance, with social and political expectations. So in combination with the introduction of a central bank digital currency, it is, of course, a mean or a tool for control. So Yuval Harari, who is one of the thinkers, the main thinkers or masterminds of the World Economic Forum, he said that this will enter a new phase of civilization. We will have also smart cities, which is a technologically modern urban area that uses different types of electronic methods and voice activation methods, sensors to collect specific data. This includes data collected from citizens, from buildings, to monitor and to govern the city, and also some other key elements of Industry 4.0. So we are at the beginning of this phase, and it is fascinating how enormously dynamic this development takes place. In summer 2020, Klaus Schwab, who is the founder and the CEO of the World Economic Forum, published a book together with the banker Thierry Malaret, a book with the name The Great Reset, COVID-19, The Great Reset. So COVID-19 is the starting point for the Great Reset. What is the Great Reset? Time magazine wrote about it. The Great Reset is a completely reset of economic conditions and the way we are living. If Mr. Schwab will be right, everything will change dramatically. Mr. Schwab said that the pandemic represents a rare but narrow window of opportunity to reflect, reimagine, and reset our world. He's talking about resetting the world, which is quite, ambitious. But as I said, the World Economic Forum is not a bowling club. They are very, very powerful people, and they are the leading companies and the leading asset management companies, like BlackRock, for instance. BlackRock is one of the leading asset management companies, and they manipulate money, or they administer manage money of 10 trillion US dollars. So 10 trillion means 10,000 billion dollars, and $1 billion is $1,000,000,000. So you can imagine it's quite a powerful organization, and they are also member of this World Economic Forum. Then the other thing which also goes together with the idea of the World Economic Forum is the Agenda 2030 of the United Nations. It consists of sustainable development goals. And there are 17 sustainable development goals. You can see them here. And there is one logo. It's a badge. It's a circle with different colors. And this is the symbol now for these Agenda 2030. And the Agenda 2030, of course, is not only created or promoted by the United Nations, it is also been adapted as target or objective from the World Economic Forum, from the International Monetary Fund, from all these NGOs which are promoting health, like the World Health Organization and the Global Alliance on Vaccination and Immunization, called Gavi, and all other organizations, more or less. So you can see that these gentlemen all wear the badge of the Agenda 2030. In the left corner you can see it. It's the rainbow colors, and it's the Great Reset, and also it is the Agenda 2030. The gentleman on the right is Tedros Ghebreyesus. He is a politician from Ethiopia, and he is currently the Chief Executive Officer of the World Health Organization. Boris Johnson on the left, you know. Then you have our friend Bill Gates from the Global Association of Vaccination, and also the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and of course also Emmanuel Macron. Some of these gentlemen or ladies also are member of the VEF management group called Young Global Leaders. Mrs. Baerbock from Germany, for instance, or Sebastian Kurz, he was a member of this group. And what does it mean? What is the idea behind this Agenda 2030? It's a new stakeholder economy. It's no longer the shareholder economy. It's a stakeholder economy. It's more or less, it also includes the people, the planet, but of course it includes also profit. So you can see profit, which is, in my opinion, the most important thing, because if you don't have a profit, you cannot be sustainable, you know. So you see that even big steel companies, which are enormously energy consuming, try to get neutral to CO2, yeah, CO2 neutrality. So you can see people, planet, profit. It should be bearable. I mean, I'm not sure what they mean with bearable, because if I take a look on the inflation rate, it's hardly bearable for me. But I'm not a member of this group. I'm just a middle class man. Okay. The basic behind is the change of narratives. So they have changed from environmental protection to climate protection. So you can see that until 2019, until Greta Thunberg, the narrative was that the environment should be protected, because the humans should be protected from pollution, which was done by the industry. Now it changed 2019 to climate protection. So the climate protection means that the climate should be protected from the human beings. So, and the most important narrative is that we are the problem. So it's not the industry causing the problem. The climate has to be protected from the humans, from the consumers, more or less from the consumers. So it changed completely. And what they also did is they made it operational. Operational means that you have an operational goal, means that it is a goal which you can check and which you can measure, you know. For instance, if you say you want to reduce CO2 because CO2 is bad from the environment, which they're saying, then everybody now is going after CO2 reduction. So the biggest reduction you get if you stop all production, you know. So if you stop construction or if you stop everything like steel industry, then you have the less CO2 problems. What is important is that we have been, I wouldn't say brainwashed, but I would say nudged. Nudged is an expression, comes from a book called from Richard Thaler. He was one of the advisors of Obama, and this picture with the elephants, you can see here the mother elephant nudges the baby elephant in the right direction. Yeah. So, but you can see also how the basic way of life has changed within, say, not even 10 years. The governor of California, Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger, in 2011, he was driving a big SUV, yeah, a Hummer SUV, smoking a Cohiba cigar or a Davidoff, I don't know what it was, but he was here playing on a macho game. And then now in 2020, 2 years ago, he went cycling with Greta. There's no more cigar, no more Hummer, at least not on the picture. So this is nudging, you see, and we had a lot of these re-educations during the last 2 years. Now, one final question is, who is more powerful? Who is actually making the trends? The states or the corporations? So, do you know this guy? Who is this guy? This guy is Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock and the board member of World Economic Forum. So this guy, he looks like a normal bookkeeper or anything. He could also be working on a gas station, but the man is one of the most important and powerful people because he is the CEO of BlackRock, and BlackRock is a huge company. BlackRock has a total turnover of almost 10 trillions. Together with Vanguard and State Street, Vanguard has approximately 8 trillions and State Street 4 trillions. They are an enormously wealthy company, a company which has an enormous power. So they are the ones who invest in the big companies. and they decide whether they will do it or not. And believe me, this has an impact. So if you compare these asset management companies with the economy of the states, for instance, the economy of the United States in nominal capital, nominal dollars is 23 trillion US dollars. The GDP, the gross domestic product of China, is $16.863 billion. If you turn it into purchasing power, so you recalculate it in a metric to compare a basket of goods, then as a matter of fact, since 2 years, China is number one. China has overtaken the USA in economic power. So either USA or China are number one. And then who is number three? Guess who it is? You can see it, it's BlackRock. BlackRock, I said, approximately $10 trillion. Then comes India with 9.2 or 10.2 GDP. Vanguard, 8.4 is fifth. Then the economy of Japan and Germany. And then you have Fidelity and State Street, number 7 and number 8. So you can see that there is a lot of power for these international companies. So only China and USA are bigger than BlackRock. Imagine this. We have been facing price increases for raw materials since December 2020. So now we have an all-time high in February 2022. So if you look on these numbers of the Food and Industrial Organization, the Food and Agricultural Index, you can see that it continuously grew. That means that food, the raw material for food, becomes more and more expensive. And this is what we also see when we go shopping, when we buy our goods at the supermarket. The inflation in Austria, for instance, is at an all-time high, 6.7% in February, 6.7. So this is a huge problem we are now facing. Finally, I have one statement from the World Economic Forum, and it comes from the mastermind, or one of the masterminds of the World Economic Forum, Dr. Yuval Harari. Maybe you have written, maybe you have read some of his books he has written, like A Short History of Manhood. Harari said, but soon at least some corporations and governments will be able to systematically hack all the people. We humans should get used to the idea that we are no longer mysterious souls. We are now hackable animals. That's what we are. He saw it, he was saying it on the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum in 2020. And you can see the video if you click on the link. So the statement of Yuval Harari. So this is a perspective for the future, which is a little bit, say, doomy. I mean, I don't think that I would like to be permanently controlled with a social credit system, with an algorithm, and he was talking about taking the control measures under the skin. So he was also talking in another discussion about I think it was with the Swiss television. He was talking about taking control over people by chips, so implanting chips into bodies. They have tried it already in Sweden. They are doing it in some other countries. So this is interesting, and I would also like to end with this chart and to have a discussion with you. And I'm looking forward to an interesting discussion. And thank you for your attention.